Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for a recap of 911, the Lone Star edition. So, we saw the first episode on Sunday. Yes, Sunday. And so the second one came on Monday. So, I am just putting this video up. So, sorry about the delay. But here it goes. Okay, so this is season 1, episode 2, and this one was titled Yeehaw. So, y'all, it's opened up with Captain, he bopping in or whatever like that. He was listening to Willow. I whip my hair back and forth. I was like, oh, he cute. So everybody, um, talking to him and stuff like that. Chavez got his cappuccino ready and all this other stuff. He talking about he loving Texas. He done found different spots, and he been walking distance to all these places, and it's like a little New York or whatever. And he done found this great dermatologist who is doing these hair treatments for him and all this other stuff, and his hair is his signature and blah blah blah. And they all like, are you serious right now? And they clowning him or whatever, but it was real cute. It wasn't like nothing real harsh or anything like that. Then they get a call. So it's a 911 call. It's in the office. The people, I guess, I don't know if it was like I don't know what kind of office it was. At first I thought it was like a law office, but then it looked like they were like pitching stuff, so like advertisements or something like that. um but they getting lunch, and they like, oh, from Morello's, it's gonna be a long night. And the man was like, well, at least it's from Morello's. So the person who dropping the food off, he was like, I need a signature here or whatever like that. So he like, all right, no problem. So he goes to sign the receipt. I was like, $2,100 for some damn food? Damn. But anyway, he didn't give him no tip. He just put a little line through the tip or whatever. And so the man left and walked away. So, when you first watching it, you like, oh, there must be some kind of, she about to, because they show the food. So it's like, oh, she must about to have an allergic reaction or something like that, or something simple. But then we see her, and it's a whole bunch of people in there, and she's pitching her stuff or whatever. And she just, you can see she looks sick. So I'm like, yeah, is she really like, she having an allergic? Because she was itchy. She was just like, oh, I just feel so itchy, like, or whatever. And they was like, you all right, girl? Like, what's going on and stuff? And she like, I don't know. I just feel so itchy. She's sweating. She just looked bad, right? So then she get the fork that's sitting on the table, and she start clawing the fork into her hand. Her partner like, give me that. What are you doing? And so she was just like, oh, it's just so itchy. And then she go to stand up, and the boss, he like, well, what's going on? I'm waiting, to hear what the pitch is and stuff like that. So her partner, he started talking, and then she go blank. Then, y'all, it was a scene. As soon as she did it, I was like, "Was this Bird Box? What the?" So she do a Bird Box and start banging her head up against the dang on window, and she just banging her head until the window broke. When the window broke, she jumps. Everybody screaming. Everybody like, "What the hell is going on?" So of course they call 911 or whatever like that. They call the squad. So the team get down there. They checking everybody out. They like, what is going on? What is going on? And so they get there. The girl, she dead or whatever. It's people upstairs. They helping. It's like, the squad. Some of the squad upstairs, they helping or whatever. And then some guy, he was sweating and started acting crazy. And then he says, oh no, the there was like 3 people around this one guy, and they was just talking to him. They was like, what's going on? What's going on? And they was like, oh, yeah, this Bird Box or whatever. And they was like, Bird Box. And they was like, yeah, Netflix. And they was like, is it a book? I was just like, damn, y'all see Bird Box. But anyway, while they talking, her partner, he behind them stabbing himself. And the guy like, what's going? He's stabbing himself. So then they stop him from stabbing himself, jump on top of him so he can stop stabbing himself. The one they was just talking to, he about to jump. So they jump on him to stop him from jumping. Then, like, people was just jumping, stabbing themselves, going crazy. Somebody ended up jumping. I think he injured himself or something like that. Then somebody else jumped. I think he looked like he was dead. And so then Captain was like, we gotta get up there. So they get up there. It is mad hysteria. Everybody going crazy. People stabbing themselves. People jumping. People just like, oh. This one lady, she was just like digging her freaking arm out. It looked so gross. And Michelle was like, they was like, this heart rate is beating so fast, and they going crazy. She was like, this is like Mad Hatter. I've seen this with mercury poisoning or something. And they was like, what? And so the black guy, I got to learn his people's name. So the black guy, he walking around and they like, he doing his thing or whatever. And he's just trying to figure out what's going on and figure out how they ingested mercury poisoning. Because first Michelle was like, we got to get them out of here. And Kevin was like, we ain't going nowhere until we figure out what's going on. And that's when she figured out it was mercury poisoning. And then she told them, like, we got to tell the hospitals to be prepared because we're going to have all these people come in and blah, blah, blah. Child, the black guy, he figured out, because he was asking people like, well, whose is this? Whose water is this? What's this? What's that? He figured out where the source was. It was in the food. They go over to the sandwich. It looked like somebody just poured freaking mercury on the sandwich. It was just like a pool of this mercury sitting on the damn sandwich, child. So next thing you see is them, they ordered like some food from Morello's or whatever. The delivery man, he come. I said, oh my God, why y'all ordering food? But then it was like, duh, they setting them up. So he, they was like, yeah, like the mercury poisoning or something. He tried to run, they caught him and stuff like that. And I didn't even realize the cute guy that was flirting with TK, which I learned that's the Cap's son. That's his name, TK. I didn't even realize he was a dang cop. But they arrest the man or whatever. And then he talking about something. He did it because they didn't tip him. Really, sir? Talking about he been working there for all the many years and delivering the food and they ain't tip him. So he want to poison them with mercury. Sir, you was killing people. People was killing themselves. All over a tip. If you don't go somewhere and sit down. But anyway, he locked up. Yeah, and they found the vial in his car and everything. So it was just hardcore evidence all over the place. That was it for that 911 call. So then we see Cat, he at the doctor's office or whatever. And, you know, she telling him about the immunotherapy, how they gonna just like shrink the tumors, and he'll just end up living with the tumor, but it won't grow, it won't attack anymore and stuff like that. And he was saying like, will he lose his hair? Because he's saying, you know, he's about his hair is his signature and so forth. So she was like, well, no, you won't lose your hair. And then he was like, oh good, because I found this dermatologist, she doing these injections. And she was like, yeah, about that. You're going to have to stop that because it's going to interfere with the treatments I'm giving you. And he like, but my hair is my signature. And she like, well, you're going to have to be bald or die. Like, what would you rather do? And I'm like, Kat, if you don't get over your hair, like, it's cute and everything. And you cute with the hair, but not for your life. But he's talking about he got to think about it and blah, blah, blah. Then we see Jude, he in therapy. So he did go to therapy. His wife there with him. And the psychiatrist, he's trying to do EMDR, like this treatment where people go who have PTSD, they go through like this like focus therapy and stuff like that, where they have to like think about what happened and they have to kind of like relive the situation so they just don't keep playing it over and over in their heads. So he was telling them like, take a deep breath in and, you know, count to 5, and with every breath I want you to think about what went on or whatever. So at first he was just like 1 2 3 4 5. He really wasn't taking it seriously or whatever. And his wife was like, babe, come on now. And he was like, all right. So then he started counting. He only made it to 2 and then he stormed out and left. The wife was upset, crying and stuff like that, but the therapist was pretty much like, this is part of the process, he has to work it through on his own and stuff like that. And then she was just like, all right, whatever, and she sat down and started crying and stuff. Then we see Michelle. We see Michelle, it's late at night or whatever, and she going to the man's house where, you know, the little boy that we saw on Sunday, he was in the street, he was having an asthma attack or whatever like that. So we at the dad's house, the little boy having a severe asthma attack, he can't breathe and stuff like that. Of course, he ain't had no inhaler. So she gives him an inhaler, telling him to breathe in. That ain't work, because she checked his lung sounds, and he was still having like stridor. He couldn't take the breath in and all the other stuff. So then she was like, I need you to hold your son as still as you can. So she had to intubate him. I said, oh my God, he ain't even put out or nothing. So he did good though. He ain't move or flinch or nothing like that. So she was able to intubate him and then use the ampoule bag to give him some air and stuff. So that helped. Then she gave him like an inhaler, and she told him to go get some like over the counter allergy medication for the congestion and stuff like that. And then the dad was like, well, how much do I owe you? She was like, you don't owe me nothing. It's all right. And then as she was leaving, he was like, "We we're sorry to hear about your sister and stuff." And then he looked like he wanted to say something. And then she was like, "Well, you got, you want to tell me something or whatever?" And he was like, that night, Mr. was it Newman? Was it Newman? Child, I don't know. He was like, your sister and that man was yelling that night, and then she left. And she was like, but her car was still there. And he was like, yeah, but she left in a blue pickup truck. She left with somebody else. And then he was like, sorry, I should have told somebody, I should have said something sooner. And she was like, don't be sorry. This is the best, the most news I've heard in a long time. So then the next day, she with Carlos, the cop, at lunch, and she telling him, and he acting like he don't even really want to take the information. She like, why are you acting like this? Why are you being a dick? Like, come on, I'm giving you like some information. I know it ain't much, but you can see who she knew who drive a blue pickup or something. Like, find my sister. So he like, I don't want you to get your hopes up or whatever. And then he was like, well, won't you see a witch or whatever? And she was like, for real? Like, that's just stupid. And he was like, yeah, well, my aunt or somebody, his sister, his mama, I don't know, child, his cousin, whoever it was. He was like, one of the witches told her to get a home warranty. And then the next week, her water heater exploded or whatever like that. So she was covered. She was like, that is just dumb. He was like, you're right, that is stupid. I was like, oh, okay, that could have just happened coincidentally, or could be magic. Who knows? But anyway, we see Jude. We back at the firehouse, and Jude, he trying to make a cappuccino chai. He was struggling. He looked like he's about to beat that damn machine up. And he was like, can I just get a cup of coffee? Just, brew the coffee and pour it in a cup. So Cat was like, I don't think you do that or whatever. So then they started talking as they was going up to his office, and he was like, I need proof that you're going to therapy and stuff. And he was like, well, the pissed off look on my face don't show it. And he was like, and he was like, yeah, well, he'll have some paperwork for you or whatever. So then they started talking about the immunotherapy and stuff, and Cat was telling him that he don't know if he gonna do it because he gonna lose his hair. And even Jed was like, would you rather be dead or just be bald? Like, I think TK would rather have a bald dad than a dead dad. And so he was just kind of like still thinking about it and all the other stuff. And he was just like, well, what do he think about it? He was like, well, he don't know yet. And he was like, I'm going to tell him when he ready. And Jed was like, when he ready, or is it when you ready, or whatever? But I see what he's trying to wait a while, because TK did just break up with that guy. He all emotional and stuff like that. And he addict. So I guess he don't want to tip him over, but I think he still should at least tell him. Because then when he find out, I don't know. I think he should tell him. Then we see this next one was funny as hell, y'all. I was cracking up. They get a 911 call, and the lady like, it's a fire. I need to get over here real quick or whatever. So they rush over there, and it's this little old lady. She come out, and she thanking everybody for coming. Thank you for coming out so fast. She gets to the girl, Miami. I'm gonna call her Miami because I don't know her name. She don't want to shake her hand. I said, oh, she racist. Oh, she don't like Muslims. So then she go over to Cap, and she was like, ooh, God sure did take his sweet time when he made you, didn't he? Or whatever. And Cap like, you said it was a fire. And she's like, oh, yeah. Come back here. Those people don't respect the laws. So why would I think they would respect the city or whatever? So they like, those people, they be dealing with one of them. So they get to the back, and there's smoke coming out the ground. And Cap is like, what the hell is going on? And Jonah's like, this is the best thing ever. This is that barbacoa right here. And Cap was like, you cook meat in the ground? That's a thing? Yes, it's a thing, Mr. Open-Minded. So the family who live there, they come around the corner. They like, oh my God, not again. You done called the cops again, like for real. And Cap was like, I don't know, it must be some misunderstanding. He was like, ain't no misunderstanding. She keep calling the cops on us because she's a racist old lady. Here she go. Who are you calling old? He's like, that's all you took offense to. Whatever. I was like, for real? And so then she's talking about, I'm not racist. My gardener is Mexican or something, she said. And she was saying that they be trying to start fires, and then talking about he was like, she called the cops on my daughter's 10th birthday or whatever. She was like, they was waving her back. He was like, at a pinata. I said, this lady need to be slapped and arrested. So Kat was like, I understand what's going on here. It's okay. I'm just gonna make a citizen arrest. Here she goes. She's smiling, right? He like, ma'am, you're under arrest. What? Huh? And so he asked TK for some cuffs. TK like, we ain't got no cuffs. And so Miami like, I'm sure we can find some zip ties or something. So he was just like, she was like, well, I'm an American citizen. I know my rights or whatever. He was like, well, you should know that, calling false nuisance calls like this is illegal and stuff. So then she fake having a damn heart attack or whatever. And, she was like, oh my God, my heart. And then so I think TK or somebody was like, oh, she having a heart attack. She having a heart attack. He was like, and Kat was like, yeah, I know. And so she was like, she said something, I'm really having a heart attack. And then he was like, okay, well, Miami, you go over there and give her mouth to mouth. And she's like, oh no, not from her. So oh my God. So then he turned to somebody. Oh, she turned to Kat and was like, oh no, she was like, so Miami was like, well, you're not really having a heart attack. She was like, but I am having a heart attack. And so she turned to Kat and was like, what about from you? He was like, I'm not certified. I was like, come on, that's a whole lie. So she turned to Judd, I think. And Judd was like, nope. And so she was like, well, what about you? And he was like, well, I mean, I could do it, but just to let you know, I'm gay. I think she was TK. And she was like, oh, no, not a homosexual. What? Well, what up? And so she looked at Chavez and was just like, no, definitely not you or whatever. And so then she turned to, I don't know the black guy name either, but she turned to him and was like, okay, about you. I told you I wasn't racist. And he was like, well, I had no problem doing it, man. But just to let you know, she was like, well, are you homosexual? And he was like, no, but I am trans. She was like, oh, just lock me up. I was cracking up. I said, that's what your ass get. Oh, judgy racist ass. That's what you get. Lock her ass up. Oh, that was a hot ass mess, but that was funny. Then we see TK and the cop. They go on at it, child. They hot and heavy or whatever like that. They didn't finish their booty call. TK then got dressed like that and was like, oh, I gotta go to my next shift or whatever. And the cop like, oh, you how about round 2 and I can drive you, throw on the sirens and blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, I like to tune out to the music and go. And he was like, it's going to take me 36 minutes to get, 36 minutes to go 8 miles. I said, that sound like the DMV traffic, child. Going 15 miles and it's going to take you 45 minutes. That should be irking my soul. But, so we see that he leave and the cop, you can see he catching feelings. I don't know, but he looked like he was catching feelings. So then we see Michelle. She visiting a witch or whatever, and she go in there and she was about to leave, and then the lady was like, "Oh, Michelle, you can't leave like that." So she went back with her, and so she told her to drink some tea or something. And then she told her like the candles. And then she was just like, this red candle and the black candle. The red candle is love. The black candle is anger or whatever. So why do you really want to find your sister? Because Michelle was saying that she loved her sister and stuff like that. And she missed her and she wanted to find her. And she was like, well, these candles burning in the same height. So which one is it? And she was like, well, of course we had some conflict or whatever. She was always trying to like upstage me or whatever. Like, I did this, she went and did that. I was in EMS, she went to medical school. So, so yeah, I am angry or whatever. And then the candle blew out when she had admitted that she was angry or whatever. So then the lady was like, I'll help you find your sister, but you gotta do exactly what I told you to do to find her or whatever. And so then next we see later on what she told her to do. But that was pretty much it with that one. And then we see Kat. He in his house, whatever, waking up, don't want to wake up. He bald. I was like, this gotta be a dream, because I know this man did not shave his hair off or whatever. So of course it's a dream. But he walking into the fire station with his old cone head. It was a horrible cap. So he go in there and they all clowning him and like making fun of his bald head. And Michelle, earlier, because he was saying like when he was talking about how he loved his hair and stuff like that, she was like, I think you would look good bald. And so in the dream, she was like, no, I don't like it. So He was like, but you said I would look good, but I changed my mind. So then they had some fire in the dream, and the lady, he trying to rescue the lady and stuff like that. He take off his hat. And she like, oh no, never mind. I'll just die here. I said, Cat, now you're doing too much in this goddamn dream. So he wake up and he go to get some coffee or whatever. And then Michelle come in there and she quoting some Hemingway and stuff like that. And she like, well, what you doing up or whatever? And he was like, he didn't want to talk about it because it was dumb and stuff. She was like, well, just tell me and stuff. So he tells her about the night terror and stuff like that. And she was like, well, I don't think, there's nothing wrong with that. You're trying to control something that you don't have no control over. And that's like getting old and stuff like that. Because he was telling her that he had a medical condition that might make him lose his hair, but he didn't tell her like what it was. So she was like, it's okay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that or whatever. But I told you, I think you'll look good bald. So he was just like, that ain't what you said in the dream. I was like, Cat, if you don't care over yourself. So then she tells him about what going to the witch and what the witch said. And she told her to cut up like all these spices and stuff, like lavender, some charm, some bergamot, some other stuff too, and then burn a $100 bill underneath a picture and get in the bathtub with all those spices and stuff like that, and like she'll be able to find her sister. So he was like, I mean, if it don't work, at least you'll smell good because that's citrus and stuff like that. And she was just like, this is just so dumb. Like, and he was like, I mean, you've been doing stuff one way, so why not try something different or whatever. So she was just like, all right, but if you tell anyone what happened here, I'll have to kill you. I was like, why she talk so soft? She sounds so cute. But anyway, next we see another 911 call. And and before I say all that, he was like, and when she left, he was like, I need to get over myself. And I was like, yes, you do, Captain, because it's hair. Like, come on now, it will grow back. But we see another 911 call, and somebody calls him out. My apartment stinks. It smells like rotten eggs. He think it's gas. So everybody get there. They evacuating the apartment and stuff. This one guy, he don't want to leave. Talking because he paranoid schizophrenic or something, child. Because he don't want to leave. He talking about the Renaissance didn't come. I know what you trying to do or something. He was saying. What did he say? The overlords was coming to get him or something. And so they was like, because Miami went in there to get him. And he was like, no, I know you here with the overlords. I know you here with the overlords. Y'all not trying to get me or whatever. He pulled out a gun. She was like, all right, I'm out. So then she left and she went down there like he will not leave. He talking about the overlords and stuff. So Captain was like, we just got to go into his delusion. So he go in there. He act like he the overlord or the Renaissance to save him and stuff. They give him like the jacket and the helmet and stuff and get him out. He trying to go back, child, talking about he got to get his overlord wand or something. And TK was like, I got it right here. I got one right here. He was like, I think the smell is coming. They over here. You got to run. We got to run. So then as soon as they ran and got clear, child, the damn thing blew up. I said, and see, he was about to kill y'all because he trying to get his damn overlord wand. Ain't anybody got time for that, sir? Ain't nobody got time for that. So he thanking them for saving them. He talking about the Renaissance. Well, thank you. I said, this man is a mess. Captain was just looking like we was that close to dying. Like, that is just too much. And then we see Judd. He takes Cat out to like this ranch or something like that. And it's basically they riding the horses and stuff. And child, when he slapped that horse I know those are trained horses and stuff like that, so they probably wasn't even going that fast. But I was just like, not on no fast horse like that. I like when the horse is mosey. Just take your sweet time, eat your grass, and we just gonna gallop here and there. But we not all that. No. But anyway, they on the horses and they talking, and pretty much Judd was pretty much telling him like he needed to get over himself, that he needed to make the right decision and just get the treatment to take care of himself. And he was like, and you in Texas, so you can wear a cowboy hat and you look good in it. So like, get over yourself or whatever. And then we see TK, he at the cop's house. The cop invited him over. He about to go. TK ready because he think it's a booty call. No, the cop he made him dinner and all this other stuff. And TK looking like what? Because he just broke up, but he of course ain't told nobody. So the cop don't know, and the cop don't know the situation, so he just putting his foot in his mouth, but he don't really know because he like, well, it's just dinner. It's not like it's a proposal or something, and so that triggered him because the last time he had some little fancy dinner was when he's about to propose to his boo. So then TK like, when you called me over here at midnight, like what you think was going? What you think I thought was going to happen? He was like, yeah, I called you like after midnight after our shifts. My nigga, we just got off work, so it's not like it's a this our regular day. Like, come on now. So TK was just like, no, I can't do this and whatever. So he just left, and he just left the cop there hanging. I said, see, first of all, you shouldn't even be trying to hook up or date nobody you working with like that. Y'all work too much together to be doing stuff like that. And then you ain't even telling him. You could have easily told him, like, yeah, no, I've just. But he did say he just broke up with somebody. He not looking for nothing. He just looking to smash. But I mean, like, something else. Because the cop, he just is confused and lost in the sauce. He don't know what's going on. But that was it. Then we see Judd. He with his wife. They outside, and they doing the EMDR stuff again. And this time he made it to 5, and he was thinking, about it and stuff like that. And they all happy. And he said it was like the tiniest weight that got off his shoulders and stuff like that. They hugging and crying and all that good stuff. I was like, yay, TK making way. Good job. And then we see like little snippets of the captain. He throwing away all his pills for his hair, so he making the right decision. And we see Michelle. She cutting up the stuff, and she burnt the $100 bill. I said it couldn't have been like a $5 bill or a dollar bill. It had to be $100. Why it had to be $100 bill? Just wasteful. So anyway, then we see the captain. He put his little cowboy hat on at the end and was just like yeehaw, and then it went off. I was like, this was a cute little episode, and I guess it's gonna come on Mondays at 8:00. So I mean, they'll conflict with which one, but I always record the shows anyway and then watch it later. So I will be reviewing this on Monday. So this will be the Monday show. And it comes on at 8:00. So if you are watching 911 Lone Star, tell me what you thought about the episode. Tell me what you think about this review. If you like this review, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more of my reviews, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted for when I drop new videos. Anyway, y'all, I gotta do my what is it? Love and hip hop review because I am behind. Okay, so I gotta go ahead and do that. So until next time, y'all, peace.